Related to being in a deficit, I think a lot of times we can get into the mindset where I've got to do more. I want to achieve this goal. If it's I want to lose 20 pounds, like we feel like we've got to do more. When it comes to training, what would you say is like the protocol related to if I'm in a deficit, how do I structure and think about my work capacity and things like that?
Well, there's a couple ways to look at this. If your goal is to maintain as much muscle mass as possible while in a calorie deficit, then what I would recommend is training with intensity, meaning training heavy, not training with intensity like you're doing like high intensity, fast cardiovascular, HIIT workouts.
Yeah.
Intensity meaning intensity relating to the training variable of percentage of 1 rep max. So training with heavy weights and even doing some lower rep sets is going to force your body to continue to need the muscle mass. Yeah. So if you get into a calorie deficit and you just start doing a bunch of cardio and a bunch of volume and you're not lifting heavy, then your body, the signal that you're sending your body is that you no longer need the amount of muscle mass that you have. So it will quickly expend that muscle mass because muscle mass is very expensive. Calorie wise,
it's easy to get rid of.
It takes a lot of energy and a lot of calories to maintain muscle mass. It's very expensive tissue.
Yes.
Right. So if you are not sending the signal to your body that I absolutely need this, then it will start to back off on your muscle mass. It'll start to pull your muscle mass because you're in a calorie deficit. Your body's saying, okay, we have less nutrients, we have less resources coming in. We need to become more efficient. So then it's going to start stripping muscle mass along with fat, but it'll downregulate your muscle mass because it's expensive to keep around. So in a calorie deficit, you're trying to keep your protein fairly high, and then you need to prioritize like doing hard, heavy sets so that you're sending the signal to your body that I still need this muscle mass.
Yeah. Do you feel so? Yeah, what I hear you saying is like strength training.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
And that's what
so I could have just said
no. That's, I'm just trying to simplify. Like that's it.
Yeah.
I think it's like don't change anything about your training style just because you're trying to lose body fat. Like I think a lot of us get into that cycle. So it's like train hard, train effectively, but then also rest.
Yes.
Trust the process. And that's the thing too about like your total daily energy expenditure. When that gets calculated, it's based on your
current
activity level. So if you're going to like increase the activity level, well, then you should increase your calories if you want to think about it that way. So
yes,
it's like, just trust the process. Like these are structured the way they are for a reason so that you can experience changes.
Yeah.
But yeah, train freaking hard, lift heavy weights, do the thing. And like, where do you put like cardio into that?
Well, cardio is like, the term cardio it's like an umbrella term for so many different things.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a cardiovascularly challenging, HIIT workout that's like high intensity intervals where you're doing sprints and then resting and then doing sprints and then resting and you're spiking your heart rate and then you're recovering. And then there's also like long, low level zone 2 cardio.
Yeah.
Even like a long walk is quote unquote of cardiovascular aerobic exercise. So yeah, basically, again, if the goal is to burn fat, so that if the reason that you're in a calorie deficit is because you want to burn body fat, then I would recommend doing more low-level, steady-state exercise that's like chill enough for you to not be burning a lot of carbohydrates.
Yes.
So once you get to a certain intensity might not be the right word. Once you get to a certain heart rate with your workout, with your exercise, then your body is forced to kind of start using carbohydrates as energy, right? So if I go to a fitness class and we're doing like a 45-minute workout and I'm doing, kettlebell swings and burpees and thrusters and I'm like destroying myself with this super aggressive, maybe CrossFit or CrossFit style workout or
Mm-hmm.
just, just something that's like really brutal.
Yep.
What I'm doing is I'm actually burning stored carbohydrate first. And then if it goes on long enough and the cortisol gets high enough, I'm actually going to start shredding muscle tissue.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's obviously the opposite
of what you're trying to accomplish.
Of what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
So, and then along with that, you're not, that kind of workout doesn't send the signal to your body that you need muscle mass.
Mm-hmm.
It's sending the signal to your body that like, I need to be more efficient.
Mm-hmm.
So the excess cortisol from the super aggressive workout, the structure of the workout, meaning you're burning carbohydrates instead of fat, that's not going to be the best strategy for burning fat.
Yeah.
I would recommend long walks, or if what you see bodybuilders do, right? I mean, if you want to get lean, like take notes from bodybuilders because they step on stage.
They have figured it out.
Yeah, they step on stage at 3% body fat.
Yeah.
Right. And obviously a ton of muscle mass.
Mm-hmm.
So what they do is they in the morning do a fasted cardio session that's long, 30, 60 minutes, and they're on a Stairmaster going slow.
Yeah.
Or they're like going like chill on an elliptical, or they're like walking on a slight incline. And they're doing that fasted so that their body is, there's not a lot of carbohydrate or, stored energy from the meal that they just ate.
Mm-hmm.
There's minimal of that. So their body's kind of forced to use fat.
Yeah.
But they're also staying at that low level of intensity so that they can rely on fat. It's an aerobic exercise.
Yeah, it's oxidizing those fat cells.
Exactly.
Yeah. And like you said, there's not enough carbs there. So your body's like, I need something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's going to start pulling fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly same protocol. We see pretty eye to eye and all that. And I even encourage a lot of my clients, like a weighted vest is a really great way to like enhance that move. It's still low stress, but you're going to increase the intensity just subtly.
Yes.
When you're doing that, I love walking with a weighted vest. Yeah, it's incredible. Go for a walk. Do that in tandem with your strength training sessions. Again, don't feel like you got to do too much to elicit change.
Yeah.
And just trust the process in that with your movement. The other thing, like why walking is so good is it's low stress activity.
Yes.
And when we're in a calorie deficit, like that is stressful to the body. So limiting the amount of stress signal that you're sending to your body is going to help you continue to keep that snowball effect happening.
Absolutely.
So then the other side of that is like we talk about stress management a lot on our podcast here. Show, if we say show.
It's a cool podcast show radio thing.
Yeah, it's a cool thing.